How many of you believe in ghosts? Because I 100% believe in ghosts.
Me too.
I'm not sure about everyone else, but
Yeah, completely. So she says, my dogs were adamant that I needed to stay away, so I ran to my bedroom on the opposite side of the house and locked my door. I tried calling my mom and got her voicemail, so I decided to call our neighbor. He answered but couldn't hear me and kept saying, "You're breaking up, call me back." My dogs were still standing in front of the hallway, so I said in a loud voice, "If someone's here, you are not welcome and you need to leave." It was pretty dark, but my eyes had acclimated enough for me to notice a figure move in the doorway of my parents' room. At that point, I turned around and ran to the front door as fast as I could before hauling butt to our neighbor's house without shoes or a jacket on in the cold wind and rain. To make matters worse, his car wasn't in his driveway, and I realized that I dropped my phone in a panic somewhere between our house and his. I later found out that he had been visiting friends that evening and became worried when I called. So he contacted my mom, who was also worried and was headed home. I started back toward my house and noticed that the power had come back on. Now, what I did next is not advisable, but I went back inside.
Why would you go back in the house?
It's like every scary movie, right?
I know.
Everything looked unchanged, and at the edge of the hallway where my dogs had been growling, I saw my cell phone laying on the floor. With extreme caution, I quickly walked over to my phone and looked down the hallway. My parents' bedroom door was now closed, and I could hear my dogs whining and scratching at the other side of the door. I looked at my phone and saw that my mom had called me 23 times and that there was a missed call and voicemail from a local number, which actually turned out to be from a police officer who was en route to our home. I started to slowly and quietly walk back to the front door when I heard my parents' bedroom door click open. I thought my dogs would come running out, but they didn't. I turned around and saw the figure of a man standing by the hallway with a blank look on his face.
So what happened to the dogs? They just didn't run out?
Yeah, she heard him in the room, but they're not coming. I don't know how much time passed before I saw police lights flicker in my peripheral vision and looked up to realize the figure was gone. A few seconds passed and an officer came running up to the doorway where I was standing and asked me if I was okay and if anyone else was in the house. I just said, "I don't know where my dogs are." He found our dogs locked in my bedroom on the opposite side of the house. My mom got home and had me tell her and the officer what happened once again. It was clear that the officer wasn't taking my concerns seriously. What terrifies me still is that I heard my dogs behind my parents' door, not on the opposite side of the house.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder what would have happened if I walked down the hallway and opened the door to let them out.
Crazy.